Hi, I'm Preetipls, Singapore's top doctor. For legal purposes, I'm not a real doctor lah, but I gotta do my research, so I'll show you my resources. You're welcome. Today, I'm here to debunk your misconceptions about HIV and AIDS.
Nobody asked. Literally nobody asked it.
So I asked you guys on Instagram what are some misconceptions you've heard about HIV and AIDS, and there were just too many. So most of these misconceptions surround the transmission of the virus, pop culture stereotypes, and about people living with HIV. So it's time to get to the facts. What is HIV and AIDS? Okay, so first things first, HIV stands for Human Immunodeficiency Virus. HIV is a retrovirus that infects the cells of the human immune system and impairs their function. Infection with this virus results in the progressive depletion of the immune system, leading to immunodeficiency. AIDS stands for Acquired Immunodeficiency Syndrome. Infection with HIV has been established as the underlying cause of AIDS. So to explain this in layman's terms, because I'm a doctor and you're not, AIDS is kind of like late-stage HIV. So it occurs when one's immune system has been badly damaged by HIV. If I get HIV, does it mean I will get AIDS? Getting HIV does not mean you will definitely get AIDS. People with HIV have started receiving antiretroviral treatment, and today HIV can be managed as a chronic condition. And people on ART usually never go on to develop AIDS. Can it spread through blank? This one, I don't know if you're just damn creative or what, but let me just speed answer a bunch of questions about HIV transmission. Can it spread through a mosquito bite? No. What if you sit on the same chair or toilet seat? No. What about touching, Handshakes, hugging, exchange saliva? No. What about through an ulcer wound, air or water contact? No. What about sharing food? No. But what if HIV patients cut their hands and then drip the blood into open chili containers in the food courts? No. Does it only spread through gay sex? Hello, this one fake news, okay? This just adds to the stigma faced by gay members of the LGBTQ+ community in Singapore. So for your information, based on 2020 stats by MOH, there were 20 new female cases of HIV infections. Heterosexual HIV infections account for 38.1% of the cumulative mode of transmission.
It only spreads through sex workers.
Boo! This one also just adds to the stigma against sex workers. All regulated sex workers go through regular STI and HIV testing. Sex workers are also professionals who will typically practice safe sex, as we all should, especially if we have multiple sexual partners. And if you're all about the dangerous sex life, then all I gotta say, as your doctor, is please use protection, thank you.
You will get it if you have sex with someone who has it.
Nope. Okay, pay attention. This one very important, okay? I'm gonna explain this term that you see on screen. U equals U stands for undetectable equals to untransmittable. This means people living with HIV who are on treatment and have an undetectable level of the virus in their blood will not be able to transmit this virus to others. So, if someone has HIV, this does not necessarily mean they can transmit the virus to someone else. Bisexual men have a statistically higher chance of getting the virus and passing it on. This is why it is so important to get educated about HIV transmission, because it's really not about who you are, what you do, or what you don't do. And this is totally based off the assumption that bisexual people have more options, so they have a higher chance of getting the virus. And that is not true because it does not take into consideration any of the other factors out there. You can't get HIV from tattoos or piercings. All professionally trained tattoo artists and piercing salons always use single-use disposable needles. So no need to worry about this one. The next time you go and pierce your nipple. If you are pregnant and HIV positive, your baby will definitely get infected with the virus. Nope. Antiretroviral drugs have almost eliminated vertical transmission of HIV. Vertical transmission means from mother to child. So a HIV positive pregnant mom on antiretroviral drugs will not transmit the virus to their baby. So how can HIV get transmitted? All along I tell you all the fake news other people spread about the virus transmission. So now I'm going to tell you how HIV can be transmitted. What is PrEP? PrEP stands for pre-exposure prophylaxis. It is highly effective in reducing the chances of contracting the HIV infection. PrEP is offered as part of a comprehensive HIV and STI prevention package. However, it does not protect you from other STIs like syphilis or gonorrhea. Where do you get PrEP, you ask? So all the information is on screen. It's time for a friendly PSA. Please don't anyhow buy medication from other people, okay? You need to have a proper prescription from a doctor. And I am not a real doctor. What is PEP? Okay, so we talked about PrEP, and that is the pre-exposure medication. But what about post-exposure? That is where PEP comes in. It is a combination of an anti-HIV medication that can prevent you from testing HIV positive if you think you have been exposed to the virus. So when does PEP come into the picture? If you had a condom fail or if you practiced unprotected sex and think you might be exposed to the virus, that means it is time to go see a doctor ASAP to get PEP. And when it comes to PEP, here's the most important thing you need to take note of. Is it safe for people living with HIV to get married and have kids? With huge advances in HIV medication and prevention options, people living with HIV can enjoy a happy married life with children, just like anyone else, without any fear of harming their partner or their child. People living with HIV or AIDS can't have fulfilling romantic or sexual lives. Once again, this is an extremely stigmatized view of people living with HIV. There are many publicly out HIV positive celebrities who are all living very fulfilling romantic and sexual lives. And of course, here in Singapore, there are many people living with HIV who are in long-term loving relationships with HIV uninfected persons. Is HIV criminalized in Singapore? HIV infection is not a crime in Singapore. People living with HIV are not criminals and should not be treated like criminals. They are individuals living with a chronic illness. Show recommendations. So in my Instagram Q&A box, so many of you guys sent in show recommendations, or you just wanted to really shout out some shows that helped you get informed and educated about people living with HIV. So I'm just going to put a couple of show recommendations that you guys have sent in my DMs. I'm going to put them all on screen so you can check it out at your own time. So before I end my consultation session with y'all, this doctor wants to give you a little PSA. I know everything I just talked about surrounding HIV and AIDS can be super daunting and it's not an easy topic to just navigate and figure out on your own. So I really hope that this video was helpful and I hope you guys learned as much as I learned making this video. And if you've had any fears or concerns surrounding STI or HIV testing, I just want to put it out there that there are many safe spaces you can go to, and massive shout out to Action for AIDS for doing so much important work since 1988. They're a non-governmental organization that has been dedicated to fighting AIDS and HIV infection in Singapore. It draws upon a network of healthcare professionals, advocates, educators, and volunteers to implement educational, training, testing, and welfare programs. And here's the best part. All STI tests that AFA provides are completely anonymous. So it does not work like coming to see a doctor where you have to register all your information by law. So if a client tests positive on any STI test, they will be strongly advised on treatment options and to get on treatment so that they can avoid any potential spread. It will be the client's decision to break their anonymity and go to any local doctor to seek treatment. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and learned so much from this consultation that has lasted for way too long. Anyways, just kidding. I hope this video was really helpful in educating everyone on the transmission of the virus, about people living with HIV, and also brings everyone one step closer to ending the stigma. So let's all do our best with the information that we have all just been equipped with and make sure we don't let people spread fake news all around us, okay? So none of that, and also, this clinic is closed.